Hi, I'm Tamara, and today I'm going to show you how I drip watercolors onto watercolor paper and watch as they just move like and diffuse into the water. I love doing this, and it really is part of trusting the process for me. It's something I cannot control, and it helps me to simply be present in the moment with the materials. And practicing it is soothing and kind of comforting to me, so I love to share it. I'm going to just use these watercolors. They are made by Prang. They're my favorite ones, favorite pan watercolors. You can use any kind of watercolors that you like. These have good pigments, and I'm going to wet them really nicely before I begin. So while I'm just sharing a little bit, I'm going to put a little bit of water in each one of these little pans. Okay, and I'll go ahead and show you what my desk looks like here. So I have my watercolors, and I have some water and a nice brush. I also love this brush because I use a round brush, and it does kind of come to a point, so I can make a very small line, or I can use it to make a broad stroke of water. The first thing that I do while I'm letting these paints kind of get juicy in their pan is I put a little water on the paper. And this is not hard to do. I simply just paint the paper with water. Of course, I can kind of see where it's shiny. I don't know if you can see that, but I just sort of lay some water down. And then when I'm ready, I get my brush, and I do take some of the water out of the brush because I want my brush to pick up this nice little juicy paint that I have here. And I pick a color and try to get a good pigment on there. And then I simply touch the water that's on my paper, and I let it flow. Sometimes I'll add a little more to it. If I'm not exactly sure where I put the water, then sometimes I don't get that nice disbursement of the paint, and that's okay. So I just put a little water and come back and just kind of continue with this process for a while, as it helps me to relax. And then I might rinse my brush out and simply use my brush. Maybe even drag it along the edge and see what happens, the edge of the paint that I had already painted. Just try to get, I like to get the dark pigment there and then kind of draw out in different values on the edge. As you can see, my water has a little bit of color in it now, so you can see where I'm painting that water. And I'm just going to grab a different color. So that's how I drip watercolor paint. I encourage you to try it. Trust the process.